down here, see if this is actually going to start or not. Where are we at? Wait for this to get rolling. Should be starting any second now. There we go. Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Thought I would sit down and do a live for you guys and gals. I need to shave my neck. Trying to grow just a little bit of my beard back. See if we can do that. Tidy that up a bit. Give you guys a forearm shot before we get started. And all them veins, everything's coming in slowly but surely. All right, I have a topic I'm going to briefly cover, then I will entertain you lovely guys and gals questions and get rid of all the nonsense, but we'll entertain real questions. Also, if you guys will follow me on the Facebook fan page, it would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to link it right here. Give me a follow, give me some likes. There's a couple of you watching you're not liking. All right, brief topic. I get so annoyed nonstop at people saying stuff like Marc, Lobliner, Greg Doucette are on TRT. So you're saying they look natural. Okay, I want people to understand that. Do you not understand that we can argue all day long, okay, that being 50 and having the testosterone levels of a 25-year-old is not natural. Okay, I understand that. We all get that. Everybody knows this. However, how many natural 25-year-olds do you see who look like that? Do you guys see the problem with the logic that they're not on TRT? That TRT means you are at a replacement level. Do they look natural? Do you look at those guys and go, oh yeah, man, they are natural as fuck? If that is not the first thing that pops in your head to then say that they're on TRT, makes you sound like a fucking moron. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, just stop doing it. They're obviously using a lot more than some replacement dose of testosterone. They're all on multiple things. Now they might be legal, they might be getting a prescription, but that doesn't make it TRT. So just stop. People need to quit using this term incorrectly. And can we get some more likes? There's only 4 likes in here. We'll get some likes. Need you guys to join, follow the Facebook fan page. Give me some likes and engagements there. And then we're about to roll into some of y'all's questions now that I briefly covered that topic and got your attention. Oh, this is going to be a lively one. And I'm not going to discuss the specifics there in my back. I'm not going to get into that, but I agree with your statement. Oh, yeah. Let's get to these questions now. Peppermint Freedom says, dropping in on another live coach. Hey, man, I'm glad to have you on board. Welcome to my live stream. My back is bigger says, do you still believe in your very ultra high carb diet? She said, I eat pretty high carb. Do you not see my social media? I mean, you follow me on Facebook, right? My back, you follow me on Facebook? You already know what my breakfast looks like every single day. I post my food. I post shopping carts. I post a meal almost every day. So obviously I eat a lot of carbs. Where do you think I get them veins? All right. Adam B says, looking very unnatural today. Coach, how dare you say that? How dare you imply that I am not as natural as this water I'm drinking, baby? All right. I'm offended, deeply morally offended all the way into my left testicle by your accusation. All right. Peppermint says, I'm the only one who liked the stream, coach. We need at least 10 likes. Yeah, there's only 5 likes. Man, we're 4 minutes deep. Only 5 of you like it. You guys need to click the likes. All right? Peppermint's right. Says, I answer questions every day. Every day right there in the Facebook, man. You guys ask me questions under any of that stuff, I jump on top of it. On top of it. But yeah, get some likes. Now, there's 6 likes. Let me get a few more likes and follow me on that Facebook page. You know what, Peppermint, I appreciate you giving me a like. I appreciate you telling other people you follow me on the Facebooks. Right? All right, my back, let's talk about this. Because the fibers and low traps are vertical like the lats, does this mean it's not capable of much thickness, also similar to the lats? No, man, the traps can get thick. Neil asked a question about my business model. You don't get an answer to that. How come I do a specific thing with my algorithms and business model? None of your business. How's that? I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying. Not everyone needs to know my plan and motive behind everything I do. Okay. I have reasons, yes. All right. I'm not going to repeat that. I don't run a political channel. I'm going to let you keep it up there though, but I'm not going to delve into that. I'm not going to specifically endorse political candidates. Just not going to do it. Not down there. Wouldn't be pretty. Man, you are old if you know that reference. Saturday Night Live imitating George Bush Sr. They used to clown him so hard. Not down there. That's the points of light. All right. My age is showing. Those of you guys are like, who? There was George Bush Sr. There were 2 of them? It was before you guys were born, man. All right. Before you were born. Let's get some training questions. 1010, I'm not going to discuss that topic. In fact, I don't want any discussion of any sort of anything in that topic in any of my stuff. Oh, gosh. Let's get rid of Neil. Bye-bye, Neil. Neil, you were reached down and touched by the finger of your God. Because you clearly obsess over me. CB says, thoughts on Dr. Mike Israetel's training philosophy. That is too vague of a question. CB, here's what I tell people when they bring up these specific people. I don't need to know their name. I need to know what you were asking me. If you want to know if I believe in 37 sets per muscle group, you need to ask me, do I believe 37 sets of muscle group is optimal for hypertrophy? If you want to know if I think doing 6 sets of rest pause training per session is optimal for hypertrophy, why or why not, ask me that. Right? I don't need names. I need the philosophy. Ba, 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 ba. You hit with the band hammer. John says, for bulk, the best for not gaining a lot of fat is very high carb and low fat. Can be. Yep, that's possibly doable. Your other option is protein overfeeding and staying near maintenance. We'll also do similar. But yeah, very high carb, very low fat, good amount of protein will help minimize fat gain. 1010 says, Mike Israetel is correct about many things, but he pontificates too much and he skips the individual principles. So there's a degree of truth to that. Yes, I wear these for comfort. I'm not wearing them around the house. So just an FYI. In fact, sometimes I tend to keep shirts for the live stream in the office and I just throw them on. I'm going to jump on the stream. Right? Yep. It is literally just about comfort. No, I mean, let's be honest. It really is about my impeccable sense of style. I mean, you see my gym attire. It really is what it is. My impeccable sense of fashion and style. My back says Revival Fitness made a good point. Even though it's somewhat trendy days to admit you're on gear, you still have to say you're way less than everyone else. Fake, natty, or light. Pretty much, I mean, that's the nature of the game, right? Dude, everybody be like, oh, I only use TRT, 300 milligrams. And they be looking like that. Okay. We should all be so genetically gifted. Ten says he commands full range of motion in many cases, not the best strategy for people with bad mobility, back problems, and so on. Many people can't correct butt wink, and he still preaches full range. You know, I don't know where we're going with that. I will absolutely say that range of motion limitations can be based on people's structure. And yes, there is no such thing as perfect form. Form is very individual to a person's structure, very individual to someone's goals. All right. Coach, why say incorrect about starting strength overhead press being like a push? It is a push press. What do you mean? Do they use hip drive? Elvis, are you asking me to discuss why different people don't chime in anymore? Because my channel grew over an extremely long period of time. Tons of the people barely chime in. It just is what it is. What do you want me to do about it? My back says, I feel like because everyone in the industry is 5'6", has become second nature to brag about how supposedly great your bodybuilding genetics are. It's like a competition. Dude, I've been to expos, man. I feel like a damn giant. When you walk in with a bunch of bodybuilders, and I'm not that tall, that's why it's hilarious. You walk in with a bunch of fitness influencers and bodybuilders, just like you're walking around looking down. Like we represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild. I don't even think they're 5'6". I mean, it's just the way it is when you go to any of those events, dude. And then oh, bodybuilding, the only sport where being 5'5" is considered elite genetics. Coach, what do you think is most beneficial for muscle building? Is it full body? I mean, for novices, full body works great. I like 3-day push-pull legs for a lot of my advanced lifters, but I also like 4- and 5-day splits for a lot of them. I also program tons of guys on 4-day upper lowers. What I don't have is full body for any of my advanced people. All right? Adam B says, do you still like single leg work? Yeah, I think single leg work has its place. Joe Jack says, do you think you'll keep protein overfeeding after this cut when you transition to the lead bulk or recomping? Maybe. Maybe. You know, breakfast, you don't get to argue with me in my own screen. Get the fuck out of here. All right. It is a push press. Do they use hip drive to get the weight started? Get your silly ass out of here. All right. Go Jags. You are asking me to predict the future. Do I think? Possibly. I mean, maybe. That's the best answer I can give you. Do you think you'll keep? Maybe. I might. Right? I mean, that's a fair answer? Yeah, I might not. That's what I think. All right. Depends on if I want to eat too much. I wasn't protein overfeeding. I'm kind of pushed back into it this week. Zerchery, I hold back online. People who know me are like, dude, you're like, okay. And I've never said this online because people don't understand because they don't actually know me. They have this internet perception. My lifelong best friend describes me as his Stifler. And then when other people meet me, they start laughing because they're like, dude, he's an asshole, but he's my asshole. And he means well. So the people who know me, they're like, dude, you're basically Stifler, but you are kind-hearted. You do have a soft streak. But my mouth has no filter. My mouth has a filter because I can get in trouble and get strikes. And I get haters, and so if I just speak my mind, people try to cancel me. Where are we at? 1010. Do you believe? I'm not answering that question. Why are you asking me fucking drug questions in my feed? Are you trying to get me banned? 1010. Are you trying to get my live stream unmonetized? Come on, man. We were moving your comment. I'm not going to ban you. I'm going to give you a warning. All right. But that's it. But asking me about drugs. All right. My back says, what's your number one source of protein when protein overfeeding tofu and oat? 80% plant-based. Where did you get this 99? Are you not keeping up with them times? Do you not see my meals? I post them online all the time, dude. Come on. I eat tofu about once a week. I think it's good for men's health. I eat about 80% plant-based, 20% lean protein. My protein sources tend to be, not counting my plant. I eat a lot of beans and rice and other stuff that do have fair amounts of plant protein. But chicken breast, whey, Fairlife milk, fat-free Greek yogurt, lean steak. Those are kind of my go-tos, but then I do a lot of plant-based protein with all that. All right. Adam B says, Jason, I feel like a lot of girls think my arms are too vascular. Do you find the same thing? I don't have that problem. Girls be like, oh, can I trace them veins? Like, ooh, can I touch it? All right. What sort of women are you hanging out with? Maybe you need to find some women and not girls. That sounds like the problem. Oh, you said girls. Dude, you're in the UK. I lived in the UK. I've lived in the UK, dude. You can't tell me that. I have never been anywhere in my life where the women just throw themselves at men in public the way they do in the UK. Like, they're the most aggressive, hitting on and pursuing culture of women I've ever met in my entire life. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying objectively, what are you talking about? All right. Tim, do you believe sticking only to animal protein can increase risk of heart disease, maybe reduction? Yeah, you need to moderate saturated fat. 10 to 15, 20 years? No, maybe a few years. My back says you were nearing the 1 year mark since you became a bodybuilder. You made a lot of progress. Don't you agree? Looking back at your videos a year ago, you were so, yeah, I really, though, I'm noticing, I think I'm gonna double down on tricep long head. I'm just gonna go ahead and push those pullovers, try to do them deep. I'm gonna see if I can actually get them off the floor. Might be what I do, like with the larger plates behind me on the barbell. I've got to bring the triceps up. The arms have to come up, and that tricep long head has to come up. Peppermint, Coach, how many big guys, 200 plus in your family, are you the only? I'm like the smallest motherfucker in my family. Who lifts? What are you talking about? Do you not know who my family members are? Do you not follow the NFL? Do you not know who all I'm related to? I thought everybody knew this stuff. Dude, I'm like 5'9" at 205. I'm fucking tiny. I got cousins who would like eat me for a snack. Oh my God. You do know Chris Cassert, the coach of the 49ers, is my first cousin, right? You are aware of this, right? I thought people knew this. His mom is my dad's sister. And his brother's big too. And then my dad's whole family are big. They're big and they live. No, dude, I am not the biggest guy in my family. I thought people knew that. People act like they know all this stuff about me, all these crazy things they make up. They don't even know who my family members are. Coach, I didn't actually know. Kevin says, what's up, Jason? Happy to see you live again. I love the content. My Bex says, how big or tall were my parents? Well, my dad is still alive. My dad's gotten shorter, though, since losing the leg and other stuff. It's extreme. My dad was like 6'2". My mom was 4'11". Yes, my mom's been gone for 19 years, coming up 20 years. So most of my mom's family are about average height, but my mom was really short. My dad's family are all tall. I am the only guy not over 6 foot that I can think of from my dad's family, and he's got a big family. My dad was one of 7 kids, and even the women are tall. Those checks. Again, note my surname. I'm sorry to hear that. I was a mama's boy. Elvis, yeah, you're not even close, dude. Jesus Christ. Just get rid of this troll. Clearly a troll. No reasonable person thinks that I am. Good Lord. Yep, I'm the same height as every influencer I've met who claims 6 foot, but I'm actually 5'9" without shoes. I've concluded either this next generation down adds 3 inches to their height, or they don't actually know how tall they are. Because I have been next to guys who have 6 foot stats on the internet, and we are eye to eye. And I am legit 5'9", proven it, shown it on camera, been measured in doctors' offices. Which is weird that there's all these silly trolls. It's ridiculous. That was one of the weird ones I never actually got. And I had someone say, well, I think they do it because it upset. Well, no, it's just weird. It used to upset me because it was weird. It would be like someone saying, Jason's African American. What? No, dude, I'm kind of a cracker. It would be that level of weird, something that is obviously not remotely true that I would have never heard in my life. What? Jason, will you start the Q&A videos again? These are your Q&As. These replaced them. Ian says, hello, sir. Hope all is well. I've been doing 75-degree incline dumbbell press and notice my upper chest has been growing more as opposed to 45 to 65. May not grow as much from that as actually at a 45, to be honest with you. It could just be that you've been training longer and maybe getting leaner as well, and your upper chest is just filling out. Don't necessarily pin it down to that movement pattern. My back says, men in general always lie about my height. I've had people my exact same height say to me, wow, you're 6'1", 6'2". Wake up. Everyone says I'm 6'2", and I'm actually like 6 foot. So many men. Yeah, and it's weird. It's this current generation. Like we didn't have that when I was younger. Like this was not a thing. It wasn't a thing. I don't know. I don't get it. Thoughts on Gollum's cause of death being revealed? That's first I've heard about it. What was his cause of death? I don't actually know. I haven't seen anything. Dan says, what's up, brother? How's things? Man, things are good. Right? I'm exactly, so Peppermint's Freedom Sub's exactly 5'10" and a half, and I got many guys trying to bump me to 6 foot so they can protect it. That's therein lay the issue. Therein lay the issue. course, I've made the mistake of literally filming myself next to guys who are 6'5", and then that gives people ammo. They ignore it when I stand next to someone who's 5'6", though, and I mock them. That just gets ignored, doesn't it? They forget I've been to expos and powerlifting meets. My back says, by the way, everyone loses like half an inch, sometimes even an inch of height throughout the day. Probably true. I think you're right. Barry says, hi, Jason. Big respect from South Africa. Hey, man, what's up, Barry? Exquisite. What does oh, my God. You don't know what MOG means? I guess you're going to have to go Google it. Peppermint Freedom. You stood next to many of these guys and found that they aren't what they said. Yeah. I mean, Jeff Side. Perfect example. Guy had at the time 6 foot tall, 200 pounds, 18-inch arms. He's 5'9" with like $170. No way he was 200 pounds. I was 230 at the time. Getting ready for powerlifting meets in the 220 class back in the UK. My back, who said they don't lift? See, my back, that was the point. They actually did lift. That's the funny thing. They weren't bodybuilders, but they lifted. One of them was actually a personal trainer. But that kind of went all over the internet, and it was just like, yeah. So out of those two guys, I were in that one where it was some of Brittany's friends, and I filmed next to when I bought that car. The black guy was a 6'5" personal trainer. Oh. Google Maps on Blaha's arm. Exquisite. No one knows what the hell looks maxing it. You've not heard the term mogged on the internet? Is that old? All right, someone correct me. Is that old? Is that like a really old term now and nobody knows what it means? So is this guy trolling me or not? I need to know. All right. Google Maps on Blaha's arm, right? Names everywhere. Coach, there is a YouTube channel claiming they lost 50 pounds of muscle and going to gain it back. Is that even possible? I mean, maybe. Dean says, ever since I've been belt squatting more upright, I've been getting intense DOMs the next day. Every time it's about a month. Now, is that normal? I don't get DOMs at all. Back squatting. Yeah, that angle can put you into a deeper stretch. Who was the tall, older guy who we're in a picture with at the gym? He had glasses and I have no idea. Tall, older guy with glasses at a gym. Link it to me on Facebook or Instagram. I don't know the picture. Like, I can't think of anybody off the top of my head who matches that description that I remember having a photo with. I mean, people did photo ops all the time. People stop me. Can I get a picture? Exquisite says, I don't know. I'm 44, dude. I mean, to be fair, mogged might be a 10-year-old term at this point. Maybe people won't use it. Alexander says, is muscle loss measured? Sorry, I can't read your full question. There's some of the symbols on the screen. So someone's got to bump it before I can read your question. There's a big old heart symbol in the middle of it. We need another question, guys. Somebody post something so I can answer his question because I can't read it. I'll just skip the part I can't read. Is muscle loss measured? Okay, there we're not measured. Only by lower strength on big lifts. I don't understand the question. Yeah, YouTube needs to remove that bleeding heart, right? They got that heart right there, this whole symbol thing right in the middle of my stuff. See, but then I can be clicking the things. There it goes. Now it's got a little heart floating up all over my screen. I don't. Did you guys see that or not? I have no idea what you guys see. Have you ever seen a bad accident happen in a gym before? I recently seen a video of a guy who got paralyzed because a machine fell on top of him. I've never seen that. I've seen some serious injuries. I've seen some injuries at powerlifting meets. The older Jack guy. All right, hold on. Let me see if I recognize that guy. Oh, that was in Iron City. He was one of the regulars. Yeah, no, he was like a Masters NPC bodybuilder. I remember that guy. So he competed as like a 50 in the 50-something age class, like as an NPC bodybuilder. I don't remember his name. Yeah, that was definitely at Iron City. I haven't been in that gym in at least 8 years. I haven't even walked in the door. I know it's chained ownerships too. I know Sheila sold it to somebody else. And I don't know who the new owners are. Whereabouts? No, I didn't enjoy the UK, dude. The UK is like a third world country. I love the history, but dude, everything is just old and run down and antiquated. Like through most of the country. I'm just not used to that being from Texas. But I love the history. I love the cathedrals. I love the castles, all that stuff. That stuff is amazing. Jason, what are some science-based guys you follow? I don't. Alexander says, is huge dip in strength and a particular exercise sign of muscle loss potentially? Do you think you could defeat Henry Cavill in a game of Warhammer? He plays Custodes. Probably not, because I don't play 40K. I don't even know the rules to 40K. I don't think if I don't know the rules to a game, I don't think I'm going to be too good at it. If I never trained calves before and now I started training them, they are genetically small. Can I get nuke gains in them, or the visible gains will take a long time either way? I don't know. You can probably get nuke gains in them. Are gyms even commercially viable? Yeah. As long as we don't have lockdowns again. My back says, have you visited the largest gas station in the world? It's in Texas. I've never even heard of this. Dean says, good thing you do live in Scotland then. It's worse. Everything is old up here. Peppermint says, Coach, would you ever come back to the UK even if it's only for a holiday? Oh, my God. As an American, by the way, that cracks me up. The way that you guys use the word holiday. It doesn't mean the same thing in American English as it does in the UK. We call that a vacation. To us, a holiday is like Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter. Those are holidays. Holy days, right? When you guys say, oh, we're going to go on holiday, mate, we call that a vacation. Going on a vacation. No, I have no interest in going back to the UK. Zachary said, you still jamming with your bros. Why wouldn't I be? My back bigger. By the way, the Masters NPC competitor was standing on the incline bench spotter platform in that pic with you in the internet. Oh my God. I mean, I was bigger than him. I don't know what they're talking about. He was tall though. He was definitely over 6 foot. Peppermint says, Coach, you crack me up on a holiday. Omar says, electrolytes and high carb, low fat. Do they need special attention? Probably not. That makes sure you get plenty of potassium. You don't want too much salt if you're prone to high blood pressure, though, man. So just be aware of that. So failing that, yeah, I mean, maybe always adding some potassium may be a good idea. But if you're eating enough whole foods on a high carb diet, is it really a big deal? Probably not. I add a little potassium salts to my rice That's about it. What is considered a cold day in Texas? What in Celsius in the UK heat wave is 22°C is a heat wave in the UK, dude. That's a nice, comfortable autumn day here. A cold day in Texas would be anything that approaches 0 Celsius. Anything under 10, people in Texas be dying. They're like, oh man, I need 3 layers of clothes to go out in this frigid weather. My nipples might freeze off. Oh my God, it's down to 3. We need a fur coat and 3 layers of clothes so that we don't die. The UK, you guys like have heat strokes and weather that we're still in long sleeves in. Like it's not even shorts and t-shirt weather. Yeah, it's still a little, the nip is still in the air, and y'all are like, oh man, we had 17 old people die. So again, slight difference in the heat. What was your drink of choice? I never liked cider. That's a British thing, dude. When I drank, and I will never drink again, I was a Jaeger and tequila guy. I actually did like English and Irish beers, though. I like Guinness, believe it or not, which was kind of worked out well when I was in the UK. Because again, setting aside that I don't like alcohol, I don't think people should be drinking it in general. I did like the Guinness there because it was right there, fresh, and you get it on draft. Not like what we get in America when it comes across. But American beer is not known for being that great, anyways. Speaking of high blood pressure, there's a guy at my gym whose face turns red after a set of anything exercise. Is this a high blood pressure problem? Possible. Which is better for 100 meter runners, power clean or squat? I'm going to go with squat. I remember asking you like 4 years ago, they don't work for me because of my shoulder history. It might be okay now. My shoulder health is really good. They might actually be great for me now. Did you ever eat a full English breakfast, Coach? Dude, that is said, the full English is so overrated. Well, we're going to have a bunch of blood sausage and a tin of beans, mate. And throw a tomato on there. And our ham that we call bacon. Oh, this is proper bacon. You Yanks eat, or they eat that crispy bacon. We just call that bacon. Mr. Pibb, I've been sober for 4.5 years. All right. Is there any credence to PE exercises? Like PE, the class we took at school as kids? It's called physical exercise class. It was called PE. We had it every morning. Yes, I think kids should be doing that in school. D, what's good? That's good that you don't drink alcohol. Do you have Buckfast? Is that stuff? I don't know what that is. Would you drink non-alcoholic beer? No, it's kind of nasty. Dan says that accent is terrific. Oi, mate, you got a license for that? Because you got to have a license for everything in England. You can't take your trash to the dump without a license, mate. Off to the stockade with you. All right. Marco says, I don't have high blood pressure, but I tend to get red dots on my face after heavy deadlifts. Are those broken blood vessels? Literally only happens after deadlifts. Yeah, it probably is. Coach, did you ever encounter a chav when you were in the UK? Dude, I lived in Cheltenham and next to Gloucester. Do I really need to answer that question? Keep in mind, I have been to Gloucester. Physically set foot in it. So, I will let you answer your own question if I have ever been a chap. All right. Opinions on all the different powerlifting federations that keep dying and popping back up. Yeah, that's a mess. James says, when you get a back sweep, not a serious injury while lifting submaximal, that doesn't happen to me. Do you wait until you are completely pain-free before training again? Or you try to work through the pain? No, you need to train around and rehab it and do some reverse hypers and band work and get it back up to speed. Chad said, hey, coach, you still training gym? I don't know where Emma lives right now. She's still on my friends list. I occasionally say hello to her once every 4 or 6 months, but we don't talk these days. We were all good friends though, but yeah, since her divorce and all that, I haven't really talked much. I don't know where she is though. Like I haven't kept up with where she moves to, so I don't know what state she lives in. Did you see Squat University uploading a max triple 152 times 3? Wow. Maybe he needs to not be Squat University. He needs to call it Squat Elementary, Squat Preschool. Have you ever trained someone with a bulging disc? Yes. Exquisite said, did British women hit on you more than Texas women? Yes. Tony Hughes and Lane kind of give out the same vibes. I don't know. I'm not sure if I agree with that or not. Dude, exquisite British women are aggressive. They're aggressive. Right? I mean, you do know that, right? Like, if a British guy ever says, I don't know how to pick up women, be like, step outside. Like, you don't have to have any game in that country. The women just hit on you. Not like America where you have to go talk to them. You just kind of have to stand there and look okay. You know, they will come talk to you. Right? Like you literally got to like show them your wedding ring and stuff. And sometimes they still don't go away. No, seriously, I was married at the time and I had one of them there. I'm like trying to show her my wedding ring and she didn't even bat an eyelash. She's like, is she here? Are you serious? I need to get the hell out of here right now. I need to go. Bye. My back, I'm not going to get into all that talk of their stuff. No, I didn't get into the sides. I didn't get it. And I'm not going to talk about any of that. Okay. That is completely inappropriate. Coach, what are your thoughts on Chuck Basher doing a bulk? And I think he'll be, he's not going to make it. Mr. Blaha, your videos get recommended to me and they're like a breath of fresh air. Glad to hear it. May I ask what advice you would give to a guy who lost fat and afraid to bulk since he's an easy gainer? How about you just really slow bulk? Right? Slow bulk, gain really, really slow. Don't do a serious bulk, right? Maybe just lean gains, like 3 kilos a year, right? You'll be fine. Just keep it slow. You'll be good to go. That would be my advice. Barry says, when I visited London, I had more dudes approach me than women. I didn't have that experience there. Was Brittany your most overprotective girlfriend in front of not letting other girls hit on you? No, she was pretty tight. I've had 2 exes who were like that. Brittany, I mean, one of them was didn't like, had her own way of dealing with it. Brittany was straight up aggressive. Like, she was ready to get physically aggressive with them on multiple occasions. Again, you guys caught that when Rick was in here. He laughed about that because when bro Rick came through, who was a good friend at that time, he confirmed that. He's like, yeah, dude, you're crazy. Like, straight up draw down on a girl for walking over and touching me, like straight up her Glock coming out. It's kind of some hood shit there. All right. James says, not a question, but I can understand how you still have all the haters. Dude, they have their own little cult, man. What do you do? You're obviously very knowledgeable, especially Jack Fury. I appreciate the content. Hey, man, I appreciate the compliment, brother. Dan said, did you ever have fish and chips in the UK, coach? Yes. I not the fish because I don't eat fish, but I've had legit British chips right there by the, outside vendors. And it's good as hell. Like, I'm not going to lie. It's pretty good. Obviously not the healthiest thing in the world, but if you're looking for like a cheap food that tastes good, yeah. Marco said, I'm the opposite. I'm at 18 to 20% body fat and feel like I should cut, but I'm too worried of losing strength. Just cut slow. Have you ever tried gymnastics rings? Nice challenge. I've had a pair. I don't wrestle them anymore. Chad, I'm not going to address those questions about former clients, particularly when both members of the marriage were clients of mine. I'm not going to discuss that. That's inappropriate. How did you deal with guys hitting on her? No guy ever hit on her in front of me. So I didn't have to. There was one incident where the stupid thing had happened to where she did a costume contest, and then one of her friends' dads was over trying to paint her while she did up on a thing for a Halloween costume, and I wasn't there, and it got uploaded to the internet. That was the biggest fight we ever had because it went all over the internet, and I lost 3,000 followers in one day. All right. But outside of that, the guy wasn't even hitting on her. He was literally like a 60-year-old man. And then, she tried to explain it away and blah, blah, blah. No, dude, that was we had a screaming, yelling because it made me look really bad in public. What? May I add them in? Chad, no, dude, no. They're not going to want to talk to you about that stuff. What in the fuck? You want to go add two of my former clients and talk to them about their divorce? Is there a name for what's wrong with you? Do you think that that's appropriate? You don't think that makes you mentally ill or weird? Come on. I swear, man, you people on the internet. All right. Adam B says, you think getting psyched up for lift regular is okay? I should just be calm. Dude, I do them calm, man. I think getting psyched up impacts your recovery negatively for minimal benefit. I'm pretty calm when I train. You see me getting psyched up? You see how, look at a lot of my clients when they hit elite lifts, how calm they are on camera. Muhammad says, my company does buffet catering once a week. The food is amazing and strategies. That's consultation stuff. Hire me as a coach and I'll help you through that. How much calories or protein do you eat in a day? Currently, this week, about 300 grams of protein a day, around 3,400 to 3,500 calories. Do you still drink coffee? Yes, first thing in the morning. My back says, in Brittany's defense, she probably had no idea she didn't. In her explanation, we were all really fucked up. Like a couple bars, 10, 12 shots, so yeah. Didn't know she was being recorded or whatever. But it was a big event. Like there was something like 500 people there. Like it was a big cash prize costume contest, like for Halloween. How often is a cheat meal for you? Because I eat a fairly high calorie cut, I don't do cheat meal. I haven't had a cheat meal in months. Leo says 3,800 calories, you're in a cut. Yeah, I lose fat on that. Dude, how many calories do you think I burn? I'm not some 170-pound guy, man. I'm over 200 pounds and pretty lean. Dean, what else we got? Stevie Ray says, can you fully develop hams with barbell only? Are dead variations in Nordic enough? For two of the heads, you have one of the three heads that may not fully develop. Depends on how far you want to take that, right? You do need some, in theory, for absolute 100% maximum development, you do hypothetically need some knee flexion. Okay. My back says, friendly comment, you know how their mottos for the House of Game of Thrones, the House of Blaha motto is click, click, right? You knew some of my dad's family. Definitely be click, click, boom. All right. Do you have a coffee machine? Yeah. Can you James says, can you get brutally strong on the big three with minimal accessory work? Any recovery? That's going to be the biggest problem. You're going to be less developed and you are going to have overuse injuries. I think you need to do fair amounts of accessory work for hypertrophy around them. What do you see me do? What do you see me advocate? Do you think that is for no reason? Even when I was powerlifting, you saw me pulling over 600. How did I train? Walking into those 600 plus deadlifts, did I do more accessory work or did I do more of the big three? If you watched my vlogs, I did way more accessory work than I did the classic lifts. Now, I like the classic lifts and I think they are great for size and strength. But if that's what you're using with minimal other stuff, you're going to get beat up. It is going to hurt you eventually. That is not how we play the long game. Do you like Starbucks, Coast, etc. too? They're okay. I don't think they're much better than budget coffees. I do like some of the nicer coffees every now and then. But I mean, right now I'm drinking Folgers. It's coffee. That's like my caffeine in the morning. Right? That's like my caffeine in the morning. Because I'm fast in the mornings, I intermittent fast, and I kind of like that coffee just to kind of keep me flowing. Even on non-training days, it's not even a pre-workout for me. Lift you have the biggest emotional attachment to deadlift. I didn't even have to think about that one. See how easy that was, just an instant deadlift. Like, no question about it whatsoever. Adam B, do you still think the sumo should be banned in powerlifting still? Yeah. Now, if I'm judging a meet, am I going to judge it by the rules and pass it? Yes. Okay. So when I've judged meets, have I passed them? Have I passed national or world records for that class as a judge that was sumo? Yes. So I want to be clear on that. Right? I want to be clear on that. Personally, I would ban it. Dean, I appreciate your donation, brother. Thank you. Bouncing off Adam's questions, thoughts on Tyson, Renard, and similar sumo. I need a better question. Is there anybody in judging for powerlifting meets? Why would you think there's money in judging for powerlifting meets? They usually pay the spotters a little bit, a very small amount for the day. Judges don't get paid. There's zero money. I understand, my back says, I understand people think sumo isn't as impressive, but there's people crapping on those who put up training videos of them sumo deadlifting like it's still it's still an exercise, dude. And I mean, if someone's got a big sumo pull, I'm not going to hate on it, right? Exquisite. No, it's not charity means you're giving money away. No, it's just something you do because you're passionate about the sport. It's not a paid position. Eve says, why are you talking bad about Greg? Because he's conning people with his Turkestone. He knows it's a scam. That's got to be called out. Like, it's a scam, and he knows that the evidence shows it. Everybody knows it who knows anything. He's scamming people and using his massive outreach to make large amounts of money off naive kids. That's morally wrong. Whatever else he has to say or good information he may have, that is morally wrong. Okay. And that's how it works. If people are doing something morally wrong, you call them out on it. And if they fix it, then you don't call them out anymore. Then you go over and say, okay, good. So now you're doing some good stuff over here. You get credit for the good stuff and quit doing the bad thing. All right. How much more effective do you think the camber bar bench is compared to a traditional straight bar? I don't know that it's necessarily more effective. It can definitely give a better stretch. You can still build massive pecs on the normal bar. And the normal bar is a little easier on your shoulders. That is one thing I will note. Just be aware. Oh, charity in the sense of volunteering. Yeah, it is fully volunteer. Like, you don't get paid for judging powerlifting meets. I don't have thoughts on Revival Fitness's nickname for it. What's your favorite lift you've ever done? The deadlift. What I try to tell myself, though, is my favorite lift is whatever I'm doing and working on. Right now, because I am really trying to push certain things, more body parts, I tell myself incline, bench, and curls and stuff are my favorite lifts. But deep down, we all know it's the deadlift. And as far as you saying, what's the favorite one? You mean the individual time I did it? Was probably my third attempt at the British Nationals, if I had to narrow it down to one pull. Are you still close friends with the people? I am friends with some of them. Some of them are not even on speaking terms because of all the internet stuff. But a couple of the people who were there, yes, I still talk to regularly. All right. Thoughts on Scooby's current physique? I haven't seen Scooby's physique in at least 5 years. So shoulder hypertrophy routine should focus on laterals and upright rows, or one or the other. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good idea. Be my advice. All right, guys, where are we? Are 58 minutes. We are an hour deep. I think it's time. About time to wind this down. HFAR says, "Love the content, Jason. By the way, been watching you since 2013. Looking jacked. I appreciate it, brother." Hey, man, thank you for chiming in here. Thank you to everyone who chimed in. Thank you to Dean who donated. We're about an hour in. I'm going to go ahead and wind this down. I thank all of you for your support, those of you who did behave and engaged me appropriately. To the trolls, eat a bag of dicks. But to those of you who were cool, hey, man, I appreciate the support. Give you guys a forearm shot before we go. And we are out.